Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we're going to try and wash away the bitter aftertaste of that last run, which perhaps did not go as well as we might have hoped. But, more importantly than that, I have something that I need to do here. Something that I promised somebody that I would do for a long time. This is a long-time viewer, Mr. Chaz... No, let's try that one again. Chaz Webb wishes to be a Houndmaster, and good news, not only do you get to be a Houndmaster on the illustrious crew of Peroy, Noyers, and Stafford, you get to go fight a boss on your very first run as a named member of the Timepants party. So, we're going to be fighting the Alluring Siren, and I feel like we are pretty well equipped to do so. So let's give it a run here and see how it shakes out. Alright. I don't think we run in darkness. I think probably we should take that last run as perhaps lesson learned. Let's dial it back a little bit until perhaps we have maybe a little bit more... Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, until perhaps we have maybe a little bit more going for us in terms of our damage output, in terms of the trinkets we have access to. I think this is good. All right, so story time? Yeah. Story time. Let's go.
In financial desperation, I struck a bargain with the ancient things that surfaced in search of sacrifice when the moon was right. Their price was the delivery of an obscure idol, and one other item of more troubling portent. The pact struck. My newfound accomplices slipped silently beneath the brackish water. A fearful stirring at the edge of the torchlight betrayed a familiar witness, and gifted me with malign inspiration.
Alright, so...
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
Let's see, what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 6. Okay, so we know which way we're headed. At the very least, that's an important little bit of information. Are we decked out as we need to be? Let's just keep that in case we get shuffled. Actually, that's probably better in case we get shuffled. And this all looks pretty good. I'm always torn as to whether I should upgrade the weapons, or if we should perhaps, yeah, it's more prudent to upgrade, I don't know, skills. Like, what do you think? I mean, it makes sense in some ways to upgrade weapons just because, you know, the damage is distributed across all the skills that you have. Whereas, yeah, upgrading a single skill, you just get it for that one particular attack. But, I mean, again, accuracy has been a sore spot for us, and we would certainly miss the loss of... We have got to get on our horse and fucking ride here. We'd certainly miss the loss of 1 or 2 points of damage multiple times distributed across a single run. You know, that's the obvious advantage of dipping a whole bunch of points or money or treasure or what have you into the upgrading of weapons. But yeah, missing sucks, and we've been doing a whole hell of a lot of that recently. So I'm torn. I honestly don't know which is better. Maybe it's six of one, half a dozen of the other. I mean, there's no question in my mind that the speed bump that you get from upgrading weapons is fantastic. Somebody posted in one of the comments that speed is basically one of those things where you either have enough of it and you don't need any more, which is, I guess, the definition of having enough of something. But yeah, you either have enough of it, or you don't need any more, or you don't have enough and you find yourself sorely lacking it. I mean, I feel like even in the last run that we had, where I felt like we had a strong party that was decently well equipped for most dungeons, I would say. I mean, we found ourselves on the receiving end of a lot of first round beatings, and I don't think that is a coincidence at all. I really think that if there was one thing that we could have improved for that last party, it would have been their speed. Their base speed was fine-ish, but we were very clearly being beaten to the punch more often than I think anyone really should be, if they are purportedly a strong group of characters. All right, so how do we proceed here? We could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an ambush. I don't think we can risk drinking water out of the potentially brackish pool. And I mean, we certainly don't want to camp and then go drink, because I mean, we don't even know if we're going to get a good benefit out of it. And on top of that, even if we do, we don't know if we're actually going to get to keep it. So, kind of sad, but overall I think fairly inconsequential. Plus, you know, we have assholes, sorry Chazweb, in our party that can't keep their hands to themselves, and those grabby hands can absolutely be a killer when it comes to essential curios getting consumed for goddamn no reason at all. So yeah, I don't think it's worth camping and then finding out, oh, sorry, tough break, you're not even going to be allowed to, like, get to use it because some other individual decided to use it first. So this is fine though. This is looking promising. I mean, we've maintained good stress, which is certainly a lot better than you can say about our previous run. We've seemingly maintained a pretty good grip on... how annoying. How annoying. We've maintained a pretty good grip on every fight that we've been in. It's never really felt like things were at the... Yeah, we were never really risking things getting out of control. Never really felt like we were in sort of a desperate struggle. This has all been fairly paint by the numbers so far. I mean, obviously, stray crits here and there do happen, and when they do, I mean, it sucks. But for right now, I mean, if things proceed like so, all the way up to, say, here-ish, I love our chances for a successful run. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Really, I think the only thing that we could hope for more than this is maybe that we get one heal. So I am going to delay here. So hopefully we get the heal off. We do. And dead. So really, really nicely done.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
You know, the Cove is the hard dungeon, and thus far we haven't experienced any of the difficulty, which is not to say that it does not exist, because I've gotten my ass kicked here a goodly number of times. Certainly enough to know to respect the Cove and the fact that it can swing on you like this. I mean, if there was a fight in this entire dungeon that had the ability to really hurt us, it would be this one. It would absolutely 100% be this one. So we need to get our shit together here. Be very careful and absolutely appreciate how horribly this could go. So I think we stun, and then we stun because we don't want to deal with any more stress. I'm perfectly willing to eat damage. I hope it's not going to be a crit here, and it looks like it won't be. Okay, we're in fine shape. I think we can actually close this out if we're careful. And if not, close it out at the very least. I think we have the ability to put ourselves in a fairly winning situation here. Well, I think I pretty greatly overestimated how that one was gonna go. Perhaps not the decisive round that I expected, but all in all, again, it was something we didn't get punished for, even if perhaps
and driven into the mud.
For the degree of hubris I showed off there, we probably deserved it. Alright, so we know where our boss fight is, and if we beat the boss fight and we are not in just absolutely rotten shape, we get bonus treasures. So incentive is on us to come away here with a big win. I think we leave 50 gold. But I do think we camp. I mean, obviously, right? Like, at this point, why wouldn't you?
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
I think we eat 4. We don't really need the healing, but we could potentially get 2 hunger events, and if not, we are going to be backtracking and hopefully getting at least some treasure. Alright, so who needs accuracy? Accuracy of 100, 100, 110, 105, base accuracy of 12, 5, 0. So maybe you? And I mean, the dodge will do you good. Plan takedown? I mean, I hardly even think it's worth it. I mean, obviously this is how we do it is good. Sanctuary is, in this case, I think you take it just because there's nothing else, and that's shocking. Because under, like, every other circumstance, this has been, you know, you have to take this because you don't want to lose your camping buffs, or you have to take this because, like, an ambush could kill you. No, this really is a case where it's just take it because, like, you know, what else are you gonna do?
Shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
It's a little uncharacteristic for us, but I think it is indicative of how well the run is going. So let's enjoy it while we can. This is the home stretch here, and what do I think about the Siren? Well, here's the thing. I used to feel a little bit more confidently about the Siren. What changed, you asked? Well, let me tell you. I thought the first few times that we fought the Siren that I was playing like the smartest, next level game that anyone has ever played. I thought absolutely 100%. If you mess around with your skills right before you fight, then you can choose what might be brought to bear against you. Turns out that's not the case. And if your hero is lured over by the Siren, well, tough shit, anything can happen. Like, any of these skills could be turned against you. I mean, I feel like that actually removes a bit of strategic depth. Maybe I'm just saying that because I thought I was genius for thinking that I maybe thought of that first, but, I mean, nah, you know, probably not. Alright, let's kick some ass. I feel like we're in great shape.
The aquatic devils have remade the poor girl in their image. She is their queen and their slave.
How do we do this? Do we stun? Do we hit? I think we stun. If we get the stun, great. Wonderful. Perfect. Then let's lunge. And we are going to eat up. I'm a little disappointed in that. I was honestly hoping for a little bit more. And I didn't bring anybody who could mark. I don't think. I mean, maybe we have somebody who could have marked, but I don't think I took advantage of it, which sucks because everyone here has mark synergy, and I just said fuck it. Who needs that? Who needs additional damage? This isn't a game where damage output is a valuable resource. Are you? Come on. Judgment? I mean, that sucks, but at least she's healing herself. At least we didn't eat a stun. Like, it's not great, but as long as we kind of keep things under control here. Okay, now that we have... Yeah, now that we have a character back on our side and a healer at that, I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. We are absolutely fine. We might win this round. That might be a little bit optimistic, but if it is not by much. I think we are in an absolutely winning position right now.
Impressive.
Yeah. I think we got this. I think we're gonna be okay. Please don't guard her. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Dead. There we go. That's how I intended for the Ruins run to go, and somebody messed me up. It sucked, but that's what it was supposed to look like. Holy shit. That was decisive. That was a beating. I never thought that we would beat a New Game Plus boss as badly as we just beat the Siren. Like, holy shit. That was stunning. Okay, I don't think we fight the boss. I think that's a little bit arrogant. Or, I'm sorry, I don't think we fight the battle here.
The darkness holds
Okay,
dominion.
there's nothing. But
Black as death.
that was... Holy Lord. That was great. I mean, this kind of sucked, but... Oh my god. The Siren got messed
The poor
up.
caretaker.
Do not
His long-standing
fuck
duties here have
with the Timepant
affected him.
LP Plus estate. Holy shit. Like, alright, we didn't get a lot of money. Oh, that's too bad. But, on the other hand, wow. These guys are fucking awesome. That's great. That is a good team, and we are going to make sure that those guys hang out again in the future. I think we go back after the Fulminating Prophet next. Legendary Bracer, not a bad item. And I think this time I'm feeling a win coming on. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.